what's next for the youth of Sri Lanka in the year 2015. Making this as a topic for the day, we'll be starting off the forum, this, that and the other.
Hi, I'm Anushka Wijesinha. I'm a consultant economist and a member of the Colombo Hub of the Global Shapers community of the World Economic Forum. I think 2015 started off on a very auspicious note with young people playing a big part, nearly 1 million new voters playing a big part in the change that we see today. And I think while at the same time a lot of young people were excited and have a stake in this new era, they're also watching very closely. And I think the government, decision makers, politicians need to be mindful that young people, while they're excited, they're also watching very closely. And I think that's what makes 2015 exciting. It's also exciting because there are more opportunities for young people, and I can certainly attest to that myself, for young people to get directly involved. And there's a very open culture where young people can get directly involved in some new initiatives of the government, which I think is great. And today's show, for me personally, was a great opportunity, not just for me to voice my views, but channel some of the views of young people who I speak to around the country. And I really was glad to get the opportunity to voice some of those views with the show, with this great new show.
Hi, I'm Selyna Peiris, and I am an attorney at law and director at Selyna. Why I came on the show and why I would like to speak up for the youth of the country is that I feel that we have missed out. We have missed out in the last 30 years, and it is our time now to really take a stand and make this country something that we want to live in. And I think the last presidential elections we saw over 1 million first-time voters come up, and we need to not break that hope that they placed in us. And it's not just, when I say we, I just don't mean that it's not only the government that has to work in this country to make it a better place, but we all have an equal role to do so. And that is why I think people like us should represent the youth of the country and speak up for what we believe in.
Young people were a big part of the change that we saw at the start of this year. Nearly 1 million new voters coming forward, a lot of young people getting energized on social media, around the election, around politics, and also a lot of young people keenly watching what happens next, actually interested, actually watching, actually wanting to keep people accountable. So I think that's the first thing that came up, that decision makers are going to have to be a lot more conscious about what young people think and how it's going to impact young people. So I think that's a great thing.
And from the day the presidential candidature was announced to the day that President Maithripala won the election, there has systematically been young people coming out on their own and inspiring others. I think that's a brilliant thing, and I think it's one of the most positive outcomes for me in this kind of new phase of Sri Lanka, because young people do need to have their voice heard and at the same time talk about what they're really wanting to see in the country.